Hello, hello. Happy Friday, everybody. Who's ready for some runs? Let's see. So what changed there? There, it's fine. That's good. Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah. Okay. That's good. That is, we know what those are. Yes. Oh, that works. Slight delay. Okay. Let's do it. How's it going, Flower? Let me get a drink. Ugh. Let's do it. How's it going, Dito? Just in time for the first run. So I feel like it feels like it's been a hot minute. I gotta do some attempts. I think is that Sunday? Yeah, it must have been Sunday. Last week that was Paco's birthday. So it wasn't a stream. But Saturday's runs were insane. I think we had not one, but two 46 paces inside the final level. One of which we clutched at, one of which we did not. Thank you to know. So yeah, the fact that we could get that far that fast is a really good sign. Oh my, okay. It's because I released right. I like regained my P-speed midair essentially. Which takes like a slight bit of extra time. I did not have. Okay. Thank you, Mayor. Hope your weekend's going well so far. I'm ready to kick things off here. Some hot runs for the weekend. Slow, but it's wow. What's in you, by the way? Thank you. Good luck. Oh. Nice. Okay. Well, let's go. What if we just crushed it and this was the run? Oh, actually. Wow, saved it. Lost a little bit of time. An 83 instead of an 84, but given the situation, that was way better than I could have hoped for. As solid as Riff 2 is, I am already ready to move on because I feel the pressure from Laser and Orca, both gunning for me in Grand World 1 and Akagari. Orca's down to like 2040 or something like that. In Echo 1. I believe my PB is like a 2015. So he's not that far off. And yeah, Orca's doing Echo. And then Laser last I saw had a 4220 in Grand World 1. My PB there is like a 4145 or something. So they are not far. That jump is always spooky. Okay. What you like to see? Time for the mini gauntlet here up front. Okay. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Thank you, Grid. What's up, man? Just missed the clean one shot. No deaths, World 1. Oh my god. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. What pattern we get? Oh, I got inside the fucking cubbyhole, dude. What a fucking annoying piece of shit. I nearly had a chance to semi-salvage it, but... Dude! Oh, I'm gonna have to wait. I messed up the strat. I confused the pattern. Or like, yeah, sorry. I confused the movement I'm supposed to do on this pattern. So... on the retry, the new fast way to do it, or the new way to do it and stay optimal, we're doing intentionally enter the cubbyhole by having down held as you grab it, then tap left while releasing down, and then just like a drop or something. So, Grant, I saw in the Discord you said that you're gone for 2 months. What are you doing? What crazy shenanigans are you getting up to? Oh, very nice. Have fun with that. So 2 months in Europe sounds like you're going to be visiting quite a bit. How many different countries? Oh my, dude, what am I doing? Oh! Oh, there were some close calls there. Damn, 10, very nice. GG, Rocket. Yeah, is that the security patch failure or something? I heard about that, let's say a few hours ago. I was told about that, I think. Nice. I re-grabbed too quickly. I'm actually very surprised by that. Considering how late I was. Jesus Christ, that's terrible by me. I think I got spooked by that and it kind of threw off. Okay. Remember, it's a very delayed re-grab. That's okay. It is my fault. I should have been able to get that. Yo, what's up, Nug? Skipping some of the checkpoints is super crazy. Yeah. Sometimes we're a little nutso. These the one like Synchronicity and Maggot Brain. I do feel, ooh god, I do feel like the first halves. Oh, actually, let me finish this and all. Oh boy, that was, oh my god. The first half of Synchronicity I think is the harder half. Although there definitely are a few spots you can die. The second. I think Maggot Brain is normally pretty stable. And both of those are early on. It's been a while since I've had that failure. Didn't get credit for the jump. Both of them are fairly early on in the run, so I don't necessarily mind taking the gamble there and saving the time. Nug's run is very strong. Right, so gotta be taking a few risks. Oh yeah, that's true too. I also skipped that one. That one's a like probably crazier to skip because there are actually several difficult things in Down to the Well Secret, and it's further into the run. Pretty much like a full world into the run, like full run deeper compared to Maggot Brain Synchronicity. Even Nikki. got too high on it. I didn't like get, possibly also by being too early. Like if I had done the setup properly, would have been slightly. I don't even know what just happened there. I could have taken that more aggressively. I need to practice that again. The like on respawn. How to do the Lotus faster. Love that people are challenging the runs. Yeah, I mean we got the Orca, we got Nug already bought me, we got Laser. The Empire is crumbling. What's up, Tom, by the way? Once there was a man named Stu. He plays hacks faster than you, but he has his limits, you know. Hold on. Poro is sad because he won't do Casio. Wait, did that not rhyme? I feel like that did rhyme. I've been wamboozled. Oh my god, that was... Oh my god, I fucked this up. That was terrible. HVG, thank you for the good luck and for the tier 1 for 8 months. Appreciate it, man. Losing your shit with the fucking morsel. Wait, what are you playing from morsel? Is it Storks? Storks is good. You're lucky he made the fishing boo and sticky keys. Oh, you're playing elephants, okay. He made the fishing boo and sticky keys for Storks. Quite nice. He's a man of the people. Can't speak to elephants just yet, but I mean, I did play the first like 7 levels, or 6 or 7, and I thought they were pretty enjoyable. But I didn't get to Ships Made Cities, so hard for me to give a fair, a fair and balanced review on it. Just didn't get far enough. LinkedIn. Fair. Yo, Treason, thank you for the 75. Oops. Beautiful months. Hope you're doing well. I don't know, actually, if Orca is grinding for world record in Akko or not. I just know he's grinding Akko and he has a pretty damn good time. Lurking lately? No worries about that. How you feeling about the relearn? It's gone smoother than I expected. I was expecting pain and suffering and sorrow, to be honest. And there's been very little of that. But we'll see, It's still early in the grind, but we're feeling pretty good in a lot of different places. We've got not one, but 2 runs that were 46 pace, one of which we completed as a 46 in the final level. And so that's already incredible. Exactly. We've definitely gotten better. Not that we were a scrub when we played this game, but I do feel, you know, you always learn something, right? As time goes on, you learn a few new tricks. You're dialed in a little bit more on your precision. Plus, you have fresher eyes. so it's very likely to develop some new strats as a result of that. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good. We did some house house shopping, if you will. We looked at some houses today. Looked at 3 different ones, and they each progressively got a little bit nicer. Always fun to look at homes, and exciting to prepare for the future like that, right? Goal is to find something we like by the end of the year. So we have plenty of time. There's no rush. But figured we'd get our feet wet, get started in the process. That's the wrong joke. Thank you, Treason. Do you think this weekend schedule? Oops. Classic. Helps not get too burnt out. I remember when you did Riff 2 the first time, I was wearing thin towards the end. I've blacked out the first grind of Riff 2. Who even knows what that was like anymore? But yeah, so in regards to avoiding burnout, it has its pros and cons. It's like, I want to do more runs, right? I want to get more streams and do more runs, but just too hard to fit it into the schedule. You know, you get 9+ hours at work, then you come home, get some, make some food, order some food, do something like that. Yeah. And then it's like, well, technically we would have enough time. Not a ton though, right? Like I could probably finagle getting on at like 8 at some point during the week. But just awkward because the run here is 45 minutes. So, you know, if you want to get a full run, that's going to eat up a decent chunk of your remaining time for the evening. So if you're fortunate, you might get 2 or 3 runs in that go pretty deep. But also at the cost of consuming the entirety of your evening. And so when you're done, you have to go pretty much straight to bed to get ready to do work in the morning. So it doesn't feel like there's enough downtime, like wind down before bed. And then you could be like, okay, well, what if you just did like 8 to 10? Well, you could, but it feels too short, not enough time to really get the like get into gear on the attempts for the evening. I prefer having multiple uninterrupted hours at the ready, because obviously, you know, you're happy if it happens quickly, but I'm usually expecting it's going to take a few hours to get something juicy cooking, get every level warmed up. And speaking of warm-ups, that's the other thing. Both Grand Prix 3 and this hack are both quite difficult and quite long, which means there's a lot of preparation required. Maybe if I was doing a smaller, easier hack, then I could get ready on all the levels quicker and be able to do like an evening stream. But I swear with this hack in Rift or in Grand Pro 2, sorry, Grand Pro 3, I feel like it takes me a few hours, at least for now, take a few hours before stream to even get ready enough to start runs. Because if I'm looking over my list of updates, there's quite a bit, and so I have to read it, confirm everything's right, fix things if it's not, make sure I play all those sections, right? So it just takes a while. So that's like the downside. But you're right that the positive is that it does prevent the burnout, right? Because I'm like ready to go. Just waiting all day. And I was gonna start earlier. Like I was so ready. So once we got back from looking at houses, I was like, okay, well, let me start warming up, and we'll get cooking for the day. But then, of course, I start warming up, and I'm like, oh shit, I have to look at this, and this, and this. And then before I know it, it's already like 7:30. I'm like, shit. Well, now I got to go eat something real quick, then come back here, then I can start. So, rip the early start today, but that's okay. As you can see, I feel good. I feel like we're ready to cook here. I just paid off my mortgage this month. Homeownership is rewarding, although exhausting. Yo, nice. Paid off the mortgage. How many years? I think the traditional is like 30, right? But sometimes you get like 15s. It seems like you probably would have done a more aggressive schedule to already have it off. Ah, damn. We one-shot that last time we did this. Second try. How much does that cost? I'm surprised that wasn't more expensive. 21 seconds, including the slow retry. It feels like that part's... It feels like it should have been more, right? Because we failed all the way at the Kaizo block, which means we had to do the rope and the saw, like the circular saws. Morning, Killer. What's up, man? Okay, what do we get? We are so lucky. I messed up the movement a little bit. I knew it was the weird third hit, but I messed up in the sense that I couldn't, like, the high rightward moving fish along the stone block wall. Like, I got too close to it. I wasn't able to follow it properly. So then I had to do some weird shit, which messed up my timing to go back to the left. Like, we're very lucky that everything still worked out for us. Fucking hate that strat. Fucking hate that strat. That strat's so trash. The regrab was too good. It's fucking unbelievable. Damn. Damn. It's the mini gauntlet for a reason, though. Sucks, too. We got... It was second try key. And we got everything we needed in Texas Flood, albeit a little bit lucky. Just needed to make it out of fuck-ass synchronicity. Unfortunate. Fuck. A little bonk there, so it's slow. Oh, okay. $25 years. Oof. I imagine you'll just sell it before then, right? When we were talking to the loan guy, I think he mentioned that the average ownership, I think it's like 3 years or something. Now, I don't know where he's getting that statistic. Is that in our county? Is that in our state? Is that, you know, I don't know what the scope is or the accuracy of it, but I could definitely believe it. Yeah, we were, well, I did ask, how many years was your mortgage? Because I was asking, normally it's 30 years. But I know 15 is also an option. Plus, you could also just be, like, more aggressive in your payment schedules. Like, you can sign up for the 15 and then just go even crazier than that in the actual payments to reduce it. Oh, damn, look at that. 30 years paid off in 7. That's great. Very aggressive. But congratulations. When we were looking at homes today, one of the homes that we were looking at, so that we looked at 3, and like I said, they got progressively better as we went house to house. So the first one was definitely the worst. It was kind of in a not ideal neighborhood. It wasn't like a bad neighborhood either. It just looked kind of like a little bit old / not taken care of. Definitely not like a new neighborhood, that's for sure. A house was, I think it was built like 96 or something like that. There was something I was going to say about this. I brought up these details. Oh, the value, yeah. So speaking of the value, so this one again, it was built 96. Neighborhood's kind of not terrible, but not like amazing either. And I think I want to say that's the one that. It didn't have an it didn't have a super open floor plan. Like, it wasn't bad either, but there was like a little mini corner that kind of blocked off the living room from the kitchen, so it felt a little bit cramped. Not the craziest bedrooms, but all that to say, apparently they bought it in 2016 for like 190, and it was listed for like 390. It's like, yeah, that seems a bit much. Wow. Jeez, double the value in 7 years. I mean, that's pretty much what that one house was like, I guess, right? 190, yeah, 190 to 390. It's like double the value, and they get from 2016 to 2024, 8 years, and yours was 7. So yeah, it's pretty much identical. That is kind of mind-blowing. A normal house is 1 mil? No way. How would anyone be able to afford anything? Oh, God. Unfortunate. Yeah, when I bought, so I was a homeowner once upon a time. 2013, I bought a house. So I was I graduated in 2011, and I had some internships. Like every year in college, I had an internship. Then went full time with them once I graduated, and in the meantime, I lived with my parents. So I was banking like nearly the full salary, right? Obviously minus taxes and some little things here and there, but definitely helped. So I could go, again, like I said, I think it was 2013, bought, and I think it was like a 180K, if I'm remembering correctly. And that would, I think that house was 3-bed, 2-bath with a finished basement. So pretty solid. feel like I bet you that house, that same house right now, if I went to go look at it online, is that gonna be like $500,000? Something stupid. $600K. Okay, the cheapest house is like, what are we talking? Is this like the 3-bed, 2-bath? Are we talking smaller than that? Less than 200 square foot place for 295. What? That's like nothing. It's like just enough room to take a shit. Ooh, I almost watched that. Okay, come on, right here. I shoot that. Hold up well enough. 2-bed, 1-bath, 600K. Jesus Christ. What a scam. No. Damn. Botched. Had a chance. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the other brutal thing. I definitely told our realtor we want something that is close to work. So currently, it's pretty solid. No more than a 15-minute drive. So I said, we can't be any worse than that. We can be the same. 15 is okay. Shorter is obviously better for me, but I can handle 15. I feel like I wouldn't be able to handle like 30 plus. Oh, I almost saved it. Yeah, I go to the office every day. I have a friend who gets to work from home, which would be pretty nice. But unfortunately, my team doesn't allow for it. It's one of those things that it can be a blessing, but also a curse for the work from home. So, like, I can't remember if it's his team that's like this, or maybe it's a different one. But I hear that sometimes that like the team will advertise, like, oh hey, we got work from home. But in reality, it's work from home when you're sick. Come into the office otherwise. And really what they mean by it is, like, only in rare circumstances should you work from home. No shot. Come on, man. Jump on the stream during lunch. Nice. So yeah, there's a guy that I typically eat lunch with. And usually we eat outside, which is pretty nice. Oops, pretty nice. They've got a little, I don't even know what to call it. They got some little tables set up with like umbrellas to, you know, protect from the sun a little bit. So it, you know, Florida, it is still pretty damn hot. Was definitely nicer when it was like March or April. now that it's July, it's like, woof, it's definitely a bit toasty, but having the umbrella definitely helps. But yeah, we're normally just talking. And well, he actually plays in, I don't know, I kind of lost out my speed. He tends to play a decent bit of Magic, so he'll play. We'll just be talking and eating. So I don't normally, not too often that I'm watching streams during lunch. Once in a blue moon, though. Thank you, Alpha. Happy Friday. Yeah. I was mentioning that the friend of mine that I eat lunch with, he's been really into the Magic the last, I don't know how many months, but he tried out Arena on the phone, and he's hooked. What's up, Lost Score? So yeah, he'll be playing every day at lunch for sure. He was pretty good about not spending the money, and then and I mean for a decent bit too. I feel like for the first few months he wasn't really spending anything, but all it takes is like one purchase and the floodgates are open. You know what I'm saying? I will say, though, as someone who has played my fair share of card games, including, or I should say especially, Duel Links, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, it seemed like Arena wasn't too bad about it. Oh no, how many packs you open, man? I don't think I knew that you were opening up some Pokemon cards. You got to frame them. You got some sick pulls. Get the little PSA case for them. Frame them. Make it a decoration. But yeah, for Arena, if you're only playing one deck, and that's where the problem comes in. I don't necessarily mind playing one deck over and over again, making slight tweaks around the edges to try a new thing here or there. But if you do something like that, it's not that bad to be able to get everything, and they give you a good bit of wild cards in the process to let you finish that. The problem is when you try to get a second, third deck, etc. Because when you get like bored with your first one, that's when it starts costing the big bucks. Because then you start running out of wild cards, you have to pull more packs, and shit gets expensive. Again, coming from Duel Links, it's like the Magic players have it nice, being able to craft anything with the wild card. So that would be a dream. I haven't played Duel Links in quite a bit now, but so maybe they've changed some things up. But at the very least, for a very long time, there was no crafting system. They eventually put in like a box chip. So if you're not familiar with the way that Duel Links works, you have boxes, and let's say the mini box is 100 packs and the main box is 200 packs, something like that. If you pulled all 100 packs, you would get all of the cards from the box. Like there's like a set number of cards in the box. It's like once you pulled the ultra rare, there are no more instances of that ultra rare in that box. You'd have to like reset the box. So the bright side of that is that you know your worst case scenario, right? At the very worst, it will take you, in a mini box will take you 100 packs to get the one card you want, if that's, you know, what you're looking for. The downside is, you know damn well it's gonna take you 100 fucking packs to get the card you want. Every fucking time. Or the other thing is the fact that sometimes you know, the ultra rares are typically the good ones, right? And then some decks you need 3 copies of the good card, or there could be multiple URs that you need multiple copies of, right? So it can get pretty expensive, and when they don't have the crafting system, it's just like, okay, I gotta get 100 packs, 100 packs, 100 packs. Be like way too expensive to keep up to date in that game, unfortunately. And again, like I said, they did add in a box chip. The problem is that the chip is for very ancient boxes. And I'm not even talking about like a year old. I'm talking more than that. Like absolutely ancient boxes that, yeah, some of the cards could still have some relevancy, like a one-off that you might need, but the vast majority of times it's stuff that you don't really need. So by the time you can box chip it, it's completely worthless to you. No! That was supposed to be a drop. Oh, I botched it. Oh, that was so easy and free. I had the perfect everything I needed. Fuck, I messed this. I forgot, this is the retry you... Just have to live with my mistake. Slow ass retry. In translation, because I wanted 1 pack to 1 box. Oh my god! Why did you go through the transaction? Why didn't you just be like, "Oops, I meant 1 pack"? When we were there, we always were using Google Translate. It was quite nice. I might be dead. I might not make it. Because the wall from the right side eventually catches up to you. I took my sweet ass time to get off that goddamn rope. Yo, it's a Mighty Mouse. Thank you for the good luck. Did any of the IT issues fuck up your day? No, not at all, actually. Because I wasn't at work. Fortunately. We were out house hunting today. Looked at a few different houses, then we went out to lunch. and I came back, relaxed for a bit, and then I did a lot of practice. Yeah, our goal right now, Mighty Mouse, is to go out on the market, see what's there, and hopefully find something by the end of the year. There's not like a huge rush, right? We do have plenty of time. So we figured now felt like the right time to start the look. Exactly. We don't want to be like super pressured. We've already got the loan paperwork underway, so we'll be like fully ready. Grab anything for Prime Day? Nah. Didn't even know there was a Prime Day. Speaking of things I didn't know about, I saw, I think it was Chambo. I think I saw Chambo streaming something about like NES World Championships or something. Seemed like maybe like a viewing party or something. What the heck is going on? It's come out on the Switch. Oh, it's a game? Oops. That was not a smart thing. Thanks, Sinbad. Ooh, that seems pretty fun. Not gonna lie. Nintendo embracing speedrunning. Laura, thank you for the tier 1 for 9 months. Cheers. I'm gonna have to tune into someone playing it then and see what the heck it's all about. Because he said it's on the Switch. We do have a Switch. I think they'll botch it. Is it like brand new? Like a today release or something? I saw a number of people doing it. Fuck. Are you There were so many ways to save that. I cannot believe that I just let that happen. Okay, so it's still pretty damn new. I'm sorry, that was correct. Oh boy. Oh my god. Well, I clipped and lost my P speed, but I was able to salvage it with the intended. So that was a quick reaction, at least. Okay, what do we? I think we've had 3 deaths already. Unfortunate. Thank you, Vivi. And Donk, I appreciate it. Wow, the save was something there. That could have been really bad. That is so disgusting. Yo, shout out to Germany. What's up, Toma? Well, can you stop making this? Oh, that's what the thing is. Okay, this is terrible. Jesus. Oh my god. Okay. Can't fucking play that level apparently. That's a shame. Pretty solid going into that level, and nothing but despair coming out. Damn. Am I a fan of Street Fighter? No, not particularly. I would say my my fighting game of choice would be Mortal Kombat and specifically Brawl. Smash Bros. But both those are games that... Ooh, I'm sorry, I got credit for that. Both those are games that I played like back in the day. Like I don't really keep modern on that, I would say at all. I was actually gifted Mortal Kombat 10, I think, on Switch. Pretty fun, actually. I did enjoy playing story mode on it. Oh, so that credit, nice. Yeah, so I enjoy those franchises probably the most for the fighting games, but I can enjoy watching like clips if someone was like to show me some hot fighter game action, like in a tournament. I could definitely respect what I'm seeing. Like, damn, that's looks pretty crazy, but I don't like actively follow it or anything like that. And even though Mortal Kombat 10 was decently fun, like I never played it multiplayer. I feel like that would just frustrate me. I have to like spend a lot of time to learn all the important combos and combo breakers and stuff like that to actually like get good. I'm dead. Nope, not dead. To actually get good. Seems like it'd be a time sink, which is nothing wrong with that. Just I got other things I'd prefer. And the story mode it's not as good as Shaolin Monks and Deception and Mythologies back in the day. Oh, it's going Lunar. Thank you for the good luck. Takes a long time to get good. Yeah, we actually played pinball for Paco's birthday. We went to an arcade. They have a room dedicated to pinball. It's like 20 cabinets or something. So we actually asked Catmix what we should partake in. So he looked at the cabinets and said we needed to try Toy Story 4 and The other one was Godzilla. Toy Story 4, we didn't get as like, it doesn't give you as many points as Godzilla did. It's like points were at a premium. Whereas like Godzilla, I felt like played point-wise played more like most pinball games that I've played. Not that that's a ton, but I feel like they're usually like pretty high-scoring games in the millions. Toy Story can suck it. I kind of enjoyed the way Toy Story handled, like the layout and everything like that. Felt kind of cozy, but a little bit disappointed that it wasn't like more points. As silly as it sounds, like kind of fun to get the high scores like that. Paco got me in both games. I feel like both games I had one really good ball, and then the subsequent balls were just like instant death. Just like straight down the middle. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. So kind of annoying, but the good ball that I had in each of the games was quite fun. Almost saved it. Oh yeah, just the scoring skill, yeah. Well, actually, so the way that this arcade that I'm talking about works, it's a entry fee, and then after that, everything is free to play. So we could have spent the whole night just playing the pinball over and over again until we got something a score that we liked. But there's a lot of different rooms at this arcade. So there's like the retro room. It's gonna have like the super old school cabinets like SMB1, Frogger, Donkey Kong, etc. Then you have the pinball room. Then you have the bar area. So there's tables to eat at, and there's the actual bar. And what's cool is that at the bar, they have a bunch of consoles. So I did pop on the SNES. I played a little bit of some DKC1. That was a fun time. While we were having a few drinks as well. Then you go into the next room, and there's rhythm and racing. And then the final area has like this is, oh yeah, it's this. Not quite perfect. So yeah, the final area has the shooting cabinets. You know, the kind that you can. It's like there's two players. They go into the little booth, right? So they had several of those, and then they have kind of. I don't know how to describe like what category I would call this, but stuff like the skee ball, basketball. They got a new one that's like a football. So I guess those are like the like sports, physical. They have like a punching bag one, that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of different options. So that's why we didn't spend a super lot amount of time in the pinball, because there's just so much to do there. We were there for what, like 3? No, probably 4 hours, something like that. So you're there for a number of hours, chilling and playing all these different games. Yeah, Kat was saying that the selection they have is actually pretty solid. I mean, I wouldn't know because I'm a pleb, but I'm glad to know it had the seal of approval as a good selection. Okay, not too bad. What, I don't know how many deaths we've had. Is it 1 or 2? 1 there, so it must be 2. So 2 deaths so far. Not too bad. Did they have Venom? I'm not sure. Paco would be better at answering that. I feel like she's got the better memory for that kind of thing. I feel like I remember her saying something about Metallica and Jurassic Park, as well as the 2 we played, Godzilla and Toy Story 4. Oh, Stranger Things was also there for sure. I remember that. So that's 5 out of the, like, 20. I don't know how people did TV back in the day. Just like thinking about Stranger Things. So we didn't watch it when it first came out, like season 1. I think we watched it like right before season 4 came out. So like as we watched through it all, like season 4 was available or something like that, or maybe it was after season 4 was done. So essentially we were mostly able to just binge it. But now I feel like it's been so long. It's like I have no idea what last happened. Kind of, I feel like uninvested now, you know what I'm saying? Since it's been so long since the binge. I feel like it's gonna be the same way with 3 Body Problem. It's not the one I actually really enjoyed, but oh my god, I lost my P speed and didn't realize it. Didn't take 3 to 4 years to release the next season of a good show. That's true too. Like they were actually on a yearly schedule, right? I don't know what TV schedules normally are, but like let's pretend maybe is it something like school schedules start in September, go till May or something. At least then. Dude, it has just not been my day in this level. I just cannot get past. I'm gonna grab the halfway this time. So frustrating, man. But yeah, so if that's what it was like, you know, it's only a few. Stop, Mike. I'm. It's only a few months, which is still a decent amount of time, but at least you have a better chance of remembering. Yeah, this is done. Let me play this level, that room. Unfucking believable, man. Guarantee I get it first try. Of course I do. Of course. Let's do 2 in a row, of course. It's a really good overall execution on play. That's fine. I don't care about that. It's like 3 out of 4 successful. But then I couldn't do it in the run. Feels bad. Linear television had time slots to fill. What do you mean by that? Oh, because you're saying like as opposed to a streaming service where anyone can load it up at any time. Purchase multiple seasons at a time. Oh, Elfhatch, I see what you're saying. So that's interesting. That would definitely account for the slowdown in turnout, like churning out seasons. They're not allowed to start until they get another season under contract. That's kind of... I mean, I get it. Oops, I get it. Like if you're the buyer, which I assume would be like Netflix, right? Like you want to make sure it's something that people want. You don't want to overcommit by like 5 seasons, and then season 1's so trash that no one watches it, and you just have 4 extra dead seasons. on your books. But at the same time, from a consumer standpoint, when something is good, having to wait that long is just brutal. And so much so that I'm like, it's kind of surprising that shows last. Like I was saying, for Stranger Things and Three Body Problem, like I'm already fed up. It's like I don't even know if I would watch another season. Kind of like binge or bust for me. The boss fight music seems appropriate. Or talking like the title screen. Definitely some good tunes in Riff 2. Not watching the rest of Demon Slayer until it's completed. Oh, that's another one. We definitely watched... Like, when we watched Demon Slayer, it was through... I want to say the train arc. I want to say it was like 2 seasons. I'm sure more has come out since then, but we've never gone back. Even though we enjoyed what we saw. It's just... I don't know, it's hard as a viewer. What's up, Dante? It's hard as a viewer, like, it already takes a considerable chunk of time to watch the episodes in the first place, but then to watch, you know, the 2 seasons, and then you're out of it for X number of years, you know, sometimes months, but usually it's going to be a good chunk of change before you actually get to watch it again. And by that point, you've forgotten everything. So then you would have to rewatch everything. Oh, you don't have to, but like for me, with Attack on Titan, I just said fuck it. I'm not gonna rewatch. I'll just pick up as it comes along, right? Try my best to just remember as things happen. Like, oh yeah, that was because of X, Y, or Z. But I'm missing things as I go. Well, I know that's true, but like I'm not catching everything I should be catching. And Paco definitely prefers, like, we should just rewatch it all. But that just, it annoys me too much. That's annoying. Unfortunate. Couldn't get to the position fast enough on the Dolphin because I messed up the start of it. Skip all the previously, yeah. How much, like, what percentage of Dragon Ball Z was previously? I feel like that one always had a bit of a recap. There are some shows that they don't do the recap until like the start of the next season. I feel like that's what Death Note was like. I could be misremembering. I feel like Death Note had like a single episode dedicated to the recap. Well, technically, I don't know if it counts as 2 seasons, but because it's like 31 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's like episode 16 is when the big thing happens, which I won't say it in case anyone wants to go out and watch it. But I feel like that, like after that happened, I feel like there was just a full episode dedicated to recapping the entire like first arc. No, even though Death Note's what, like, was that like a 2007, 2005 show or something? I don't even know. It was ancient at this point. Oh, did a regular jump, thinking I needed the extra height. Almost, I might not have. I might have been able to do it fine with the spin jump that I normally do. And the regular jump is gonna be too high, but no punish. I was gonna say, yeah, Death Note's pretty old. Demon Slayer, I wouldn't be able to spoil anything anyways. Like I said, we watched through the train arc, and I honestly could not tell you what happened in those like 2 seasons, because it's been like, when did Demon Slayer originally come out? Is that like a late 2010s? We've had 2 one-shots and 1 second shot. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. I can't take that emotionally. I cannot believe I just did that. I was literally home free. I am disgusted with myself. God damn, that's so bad.
Hell yeah, brother.
Couple of recap TV movies? No shot. Because a movie, that would be sort of like regular episode length. The only Death Note movie I'm aware of is the Netflix one, live action. Pretty bad. Pretty not good. Oh, was it? It was 37 episodes? Longer than I remember. Damn, I can't believe I just botched the fucking key at the end. Not like the key level I botched after all the hard parts were done. The pain, the suffering. I've been cutting that jump too short today. That's like the third time. Definitely cost myself some time. That one's probably a little bit more than the other two though, because the other two I still got right side. I got, you know, on the right side of the chuck, so I went into the. I bounced into the wall, the right wall. So at least I was like closer. That's when I left side chuck, so I bounced away from my objective. Wrong jump. I don't know why I did a spin jump there. I was probably too busy thinking about the first level. Cutesy with the don't trust it. Good. Oh yeah, I knew it. I got greedy. I was like, shit, that first room was really hot. I was like, kind of wanted to keep that speed maximized. Got mega punished for it. The funny part is I actually thought I gave up too much of my speed initially. So that also played a role in my decision making there. Like I wanted to go fast, thought I gave up too much up front, so then I intentionally kept a lot of my remaining on the clouds. Then realized after I'd already jumped, like, oh shit, I've actually got too much speed. And then you're kind of just fucked. Well, I guess I could have. Grab catch there. Yeah, I guess I could have re-grabbed right on the D-pad, like tapped or something to reduce my speed. That would have been a fairly heads-up play, I guess. Instead of just being a train crashing into a a mountain or something. Oh, no punish one. Hey Zook, you know how you like when I talk about work? I feel like I've got some tea for you. Thursday had a little bit of an incident. I did a peer review for this guy, and I had what I thought was a pretty benign comment. Right, I had a pretty benign comment. I said, he called out import OS. We work in Python, so he called out import OS, but he put it like by itself instead of next to all the other standard library imports. So it's like, oh, can you just move that up with all the other guys? So for me, I'm just looking at that like just from a cleanliness / consistency standpoint. It's like a pretty minor thing, but still figured it was. Oops. I forgot the visual cue for a second. Yeah, I mean, we do need one, to be honest, but wait for it though. Wait for. So I thought this was a thing, and then some time passes, and he eventually, looks at the comments that I made, and he puts down, "Let's leave this as it is," and specifically citing being worried about pulling in things that a file shouldn't be pulling in because of like think of like circular dependencies and shit like that in other languages. Like when you include something, other files that include that now like get that for free. That's not how it works in Python. So so I see this comment and I go over there and I want to make sure I understood what he said, right? So I go over there and I try to be friendly about it, not trying to be mean or anything like that. I'm like, oh, I saw that you said that you weren't going to do this change because, of X, Y, or Z. Like, do you mind explaining what you mean by that? And then so he goes through his explanation, and that's fine. And then I decide, okay, this looks like a good teaching moment. So I sat down and I made some like temporary files just to prove the point that like you don't automatically get access to that first import in a secondary file, at least not with the normal syntax. You'd have to literally do from import star, which is bad practice. All right, so I was showing him all this stuff and showing, okay, this is how this works, this is how that, because I don't think he's normally a Python guy. So I do all that, and then at the end, so I'm like, okay. So now that I kind of showed you that, are you... Oops. Oh, we did the wrong exit. Okay. I was like, okay, are you cool with doing the change now? Now that I've kind of shown you that we're good to go here. And he was like, no, I'm not going to do it. Because he was still thinking from a... like, he was considering that even though I showed him how... what he thought was a problem was not a problem. He wasn't satisfied that there wasn't a way to do it, essentially, and that it was just quote unquote best practice to do it his way instead. Where the standard library stuff comes at the bottom. So you would do all of your stuff first, then you would do all the standard stuff second. That's what he wanted, essentially. So even after I showed him all that stuff, then I started, okay, I was like, okay, well, can we at least compromise, right? Because I didn't really care too much if the public stuff comes first or if it comes second. Like, that didn't bother me too much. I just wanted it more about the consistency of everything behaving the same way. Either we always do the public stuff second or we always do the public stuff first. It's like, okay, can we do like a separate story and we'll flip everything to be in the way that you prefer it? And he was also like, no, we're not going to do that, because then that could cause, like, could uncover bugs. It's like, well, wouldn't that be a good thing if there were bugs there, that we do this story separately and we fix them so we don't have to worry about it in the future? And he was like, no. So it's like, okay. So this goes back and forth for a while, and I was just kind of like surprised that he was. I mean, I'm not too surprised, because I'm also, you know, stubborn in this kind of sense. But I was just surprised, like, after all this that I've shown him, that I was like, you're still not going to budge on this. So I was like, okay, last resort, you know, because he didn't like that I proved him that, like, there wasn't actually a problem here. He didn't like the idea of having the secondary story to make it the way that he wanted it. So I was like, okay, third solution, let's get a third party. Let's get a third party in here. Let's have someone be the moderator and just make the final decision. We'll just, whatever happens, if they pick my way, great. And if not, okay, I'll live with it. We'll do it his way. Totally fine. Even that, he said no. I was like, is this a joke right now? Like, are we living real life? So then at that point, and he was definitely getting very frustrated. No, I don't think either of us, like, we never, like, raised our voice or anything like that. I do believe I was being the more civil of the two. I mean, obviously I'm biased because I was one of the two parties, but I mean, I feel like he was definitely getting frustrated visually, and I think emotionally he had, like, checked out. I think that's, like, part of it. So I was like, oh god, so this is going to be a thing. So then I ended up going to my manager just to, like, make sure I cover all my bases, right? I didn't want this to be, like, a big blow up and then they get, like, their side of the story out and then try to, like, paint me as a villain or something like that. So I just kind of calmly went to my manager and let him know, like, hey, this is the situation that just happened and blah, blah, blah. And so that started a chain of events just to get things rolling. But the best part is, here's the best part, which I saved for last. So I was actually very curious. After all this discussion, I was like, okay, so because he did ask me at one point, like, well, why did you decide to put the public stuff first? Because all of our files are like that. It always goes public first, and then the stuff that we own second. So, like, I didn't have an answer for him at the time. I was just like, you know, I mean, I don't know. It just, that's the way we decided to do it. It's like, and we've just been consistent with it ever since. So, like, obviously he was not satisfied with that answer, and that's probably partly why he just kind of shrugged off, because he thought it was for no good reason. So I was like, okay, let me go do my due diligence and just quickly look at it. It didn't take long to find out with a quick Google search. There is a, I don't know what PEP stands for, but it's like their, like, standard, like, common good practices or whatever. But PEP 8 has specifically listed, like, the way import should be ordered, and it literally says the public stuff comes first, and then third party, and then local to your application comes third. Which we don't have any third party stuff for our code, so we just have the standard library stuff in the local to our application stuff. So, but yeah, it turns out that the way that we had it set up is exactly what PEP 8 suggests. And my guess is that we had it set up that way probably because, like, we've looked at enough Python code. It just became ingrained, like, oh, this is how we see it and this is how we do it. And not like we intentionally did it that way. It just, like, intuitively picked it up, most likely. But it's so funny because he's talking about all, like, this best practices and stuff, and how his way is the best practice way. It probably is for a different, whatever language that he's comfortable with. It probably is. But it's just funny that, like, that's not the way that Python works. And that's literally not what the guide says to do. So it was an eventful afternoon. That was on Thursday, and I thought I took it pretty well in stride as it was happening. Like I thought I stayed pretty cool, calm, and collected. I will say though, like after everything was all said and done and the dust had settled, especially after I had looked up what the right answer was and I was actually correct. It's like after that and I got off work, I was like, I started my little frustrated, a little annoyed, like, damn, I'm getting painted as the villain in this, even though I'm like actually correct. Like, crazy world, man, crazy. Oh, still gotta catch up on the chat. Sorry. Sounds like a BA. I used to. What does BA stand for? I have a senior engineer on my team, and he has not made a single change I've recommended so far, and it's frustrating. Oh, God. Wait, I thought you were... Aren't you a manager, Nikki? Do you still do peer reviews? Are there more team members? Yeah, there are more. So for our team, we actually have a decently sized team. What is it, like 15 people or something like that? But I'm like the Python guy. So the Python section of code is the thing that like I kind of am in charge of. I have the guy who used to own, quote unquote, the Python code. He's still on the team too, but he's like a higher level engineer, so he's usually doing other stuff. That's why they brought me on in the first place, because they knew I had a lot of experience in Python. So he wanted to have someone he could like delegate that kind of stuff to. And then since then, I've been teaching one of the guys how our system works, so we still have... Oh, fucker. So we still have an extra, set of hands to deal with it in case, like, I'm unavailable and the guy above me is unavailable. We'll have to run with it. Second try. So we did get most of it on the first try, but the stone block wall is not free, so it's fair. Let me go. Sexually harassing people at work again? No, not quite. First rule of working a code base is following local conventions. Yes. Now he made so to be fair, the guy, the teammate that I'm talking about here, I did bring this up to him, like, well, this is how we do it, and he said he didn't want to contribute to a problem. And so if he wholeheartedly believed, which I know he did, he wholeheartedly believed that the way that we were doing it was wrong, and he didn't want to like exacerbate a known coding ethics problem. I don't know if ethics is the right word to use there, but So I can throw some sympathy in that regard, right? It just turns out that in this specific case, he was wrong. Like, it wasn't actually. It wasn't actually a coding problem, so there was no reason to not follow the convention. Failed to block, grab the block 3 times. Okay. You have to get approval from somebody else on the team to merge codes. If you reject the PR, he's dead in the water. Yeah, we do have... You have to get 2 approvals, and you have to get... I wouldn't say SME. So for those who don't know that term, subject matter expert. It's not quite SME. How there's... Essentially, it's like one of the higher level engineers. So it's like you have to get 2 people plus a higher level engineer to sign off on it, and then it's good to go. You're a SME? What is your expertise? Let's see. I got halfway through the story. Okay, someone has to do something the right way. Yeah, okay. So Cupcake, for just to look at the short story, I told someone that they should follow what our normal convention is for imports. They claimed that what we normally do is wrong/bad because it could cause unwanted imports being added to files unknowingly, right? So file A imports something and file B imports file A. File B now has access to that thing that file A imported. Hopefully I explained that well. But I was telling them that that's not how Python works. You don't just get access to it. You can have access to it, but it's not as simple as he was thinking it was. You actually have to go through some number of hoops to make it behave the way he was thinking. And so it's like his idea was wrong, or his concept was wrong, and his solution was unnecessary, and it broke our normal convention. So that's why I was like, okay, it should be this way. And then I didn't have a good answer to him as to why we do it this way in the order that we do it. And then later I went and looked online and confirmed that what we do is actually following the PEP, which I think someone's supposed to. Said it. Where was it? Oh, there it is. Alpha said Python enhancement proposal. So it's like kind of like the guide to follow. Says that you're supposed to do it the way that we were already doing it. Yeah, and it just stems from a thing where they have their own experience in a most likely a different language, and they just assumed that Python worked that way. But the frustrating thing was, like, I literally sat there and showed him how Python works in this regard. Like, I actually made up some examples to prove that what he was thinking isn't even possible. At least not in the way that he thought. And my guess is that he just didn't like that. Maybe he thought I was coming off as condescending or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I definitely wasn't trying to do that. But it is what it is, right? An expert in lasagna. Fair. Pick Grand Prix 3 back up, probably beat Tall Peak. Oops. Ooh, nice. Good luck on the tower mark. So wait, Nikki, are you saying that the guy that you're talking about that doesn't do any of your requested changes, you're saying he just says nitpick and moves on? Am I understanding that correct? Exactly, Zook. I feel like that's a strength of mine, but also possibly a downfall. Like, I do kind of consider myself a little bit robotic in that sense. Like, I think I find it pretty easy to separate that kind of stuff and not take something as like a personal attack. But at the same time, from the flip position, like, I'm kind of expecting that from them as well. Like, I'm not saying, you know, X, Y, or Z to make you feel bad or anything like that. And I try my, you know, be in a very, you know, civil, positive tone. Nothing angry, no raising voices, anything like that. Sometimes it's not enough. Just not on Sundays, fair. But yeah, the annoying part is going to be next time I have to review his stuff. I feel like it's going to be like walking on eggshells, even though I was literally correct in this instance. It's like, do I even bother trying to make comments in the future? But at the same time, if you don't, it's like you're rewarding this kind of behavior, right? Oh, you're saying you write a comment on the pull request and say that kind of like, don't worry about this too much if you don't care, if you don't really care, because it is a nitpick. So you're kind of giving them an out for not doing it if they don't want to. It's interesting. Yeah, I told my my manager. I let him know what was going to give him the full story. He was very nice about it. Took care of what he needed to do on his end. So I do think we are, you know, good to go. And he did say, like, exactly what you're saying. He said, keep an eye on it. If something happens again, let him know. So I think everything will be okay. It's just one of those things you don't fully know until like the next situation arises and see how he handles it one way or the other. If you flip side. Nice look. Not an 88, but very strong. I could take him +2 for lunch, / coffee during the workday. I mean, I guess theoretically we could have lunch together, try to diffuse the situation that way. What's crazy is, so I've actually never like closely worked with this guy before. He's been on our team for a little bit now, but like I said, we have a fairly big team, and they actually want to break it up into a few different teams. I think that's like the word on the street. So who knows if he'll, like, if they were to break it up, he probably wouldn't be on the team that I would be on, because I feel like we do like pretty different things. But yeah, so he's been on the team for a little bit. I don't know how many months, but it's kind of like my first time actually really working with him, and it wasn't even that much. Like, you know, as I said, it's just a peer review. But just from my interaction with him during Scrum or whatever, he seems like a very nice guy, right? Always smiling. Seems like very happy. seemed like easy to work with from afar. So I was actually like, that's what part of the thing that's like blew me away is like, whoa, this is this is not at all what I expected. I think that's part of the reason why I went over there to like half the chat, because I put the put the comment down, and because he said essentially like, no, I'm not going to do this, I was like, oh well, this should be an easy resolution. We're just going to talk this out real quick. It's not going to be a big deal. And again, I had that like thought in my mind just because of how I've seen him kind of act in other circumstances. It just seemed like such an easy to talk to, friendly guy. I feel like we are crushing the key strat today. Obviously, we're not getting first try every time, but I want to say that's like the 4th or 5th time we've gotten first try. We've gotten second try once or twice. They could have had a bad day. It's possible. Lost score. You never know, right? Again, it's somewhat, since you don't like, you're not interacting with him. It's not like I was talking to him through IM or anything like that to know, oh shit, he's been having a bad day, or like, and he's not in my row or anything like that. So it's not even like I could see him from afar and say, oh shit, he looks upset or anything like that. But it's a lot to type. Oh, low. Okay, this is awkward. I'm going to... have to use an extra partial cycle here. I think I was able to make that work as well as I did, I guess. I mean, you're not wrong, Allison. I mean, that's probably a good play. Just in general. But I think in order to do that, I'd have to, like... to, like, get the more trust. I feel like I'd have to have a task or a series of tasks that intentionally kind of make us interact. Something that we would work on together. So I'd probably have to get with the team lead and... try to set something up that way. Oops. Well, 1v1 Smash Bros. Oh, I don't want to kill him too hard. I absolutely fucking hate this strat so fucking much. That's the end of the gauntlet. It's literally that strat. Like, if I just didn't do that strat, it would be just a 2-level gauntlet for the most part, I think. Does he know I stream? Maybe. Some people in the office do. That's why I don't like say names or anything like that. Hey, what's up, Cascom? Feel like if it was Brawl, lost score, I feel like he'd have no shot. I mean, it's been a while since I played Brawl, to be fair. I'd probably rusty as shit, but give me that Diddy Kong. I'll kick his ass. Ah. People are always upset about the tripping. It's not that bad. I kind of like it. What's up, Azareth, by the way? AKA Void. Thank you for the glare. I know I'm late to respond. We were talking shop a little bit. I have to tilt my head. Elephants is still slated to be next. We had a 46, if you're still here, as we had a 46-50 completed run on Saturday last week. And we had another run that was 46, wow, 46-30 pace entering the final boss. So 2 very good runs on Saturday. Nothing today so far, unfortunately. Synchronicity and Down to the Well Secret have both been pretty trash to me. But I still think we're trending in the right direction. We're getting there. So we're looking good to get to elephants sooner rather than later. But I throw out the caveat that not 1, but 2 people are chasing me down in different runs as we speak. Orcas got me, or looking for me in ACO 1, and Laser's looking for me in Grand World 1. And they're both definitely in striking distance right now. Laser, last I saw, was a 42-20 in Grand World 1. And mine's like a 41-45. And Orca's got like a 20-45 in ACO 1, and I have like a 20-15. So like 30-40 seconds off from bopping me. Which, I mean, that's still, like, they still got to do it, right? It's not, it's not free. It won't just happen. They have to work a little bit for it, but they're in that striking distance. So if I do get bopped, elephants unfortunately might get pushed back again. It depends on when I finish Rift 2. If I finish Rift 2 and I haven't been bopped yet, then my expectation would be that I'll go straight to elephants, and we'll work on that. Ah, shit. Why am I doing it this way? If I have been bopped, though, then my expectation would be that I would go and de-rust whatever game I got bopped in first, get that off the plate, and then go to elephants. So kind of in a holding cell a little bit there in that regard. Oh, I almost went too early. Saw me like kind of slide off of that. Without getting into the pipe. I'm surprised I made that. Take it. Oh my. How did I not die in like 3 different ways? I'm dead. Principal engineer in our group of 4. Or group of 4 teams. Bought the company he worked for, and now he thinks. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of a tricky strat. Okay. I think it was largely his idea for all 4 teams to move their repos into a single GitHub. It would work cross team. Oh no. I feel like this is gonna get juicy. I was so late on that regrab. That was so bad. Let me use the restroom real quick. We'll get on going. What's the second part of the story now? Interesting. I'm not like super opposed to that. The even though it's like I said, it's a redundancy. Of course. Because I guess the way that I see it's like, what is it necessarily hurting? You have to wait a little bit extra to prove that it's fine before it can actually be merged, but fair. So you're not necessarily opposed to the concept. You just don't want it to necessarily come from him. Like if a higher up said, we have to do it this way because of our security guidelines or something like that, then you would be okay with it essentially. But just some Joe Schmo declaring that it must be this way. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, welcome back, Nug. Nug. Synchronicity, the dumb strat that I go for in the first half. Challenging the Koopa. And then Down to the Well Secret. Both of them are kicking my ass. I can't get anything going. Yeah, that Koopa's a fucking asshole. Nug, I would, but I'm crazy and I can't resist trying it. Like, I want to, but my brain won't let me. It says you must do this, and then it cracks the whip. Fixing the repos to comply. Oh, this is good. This is fucking good. The funny thing is, Nug, that I've like one-shot Bridge of Sighs like 4 or 5 times today. But I haven't got like any good runs, even despite that. It's crazy. Just when reading the audit log so I can see. But you've been changing them back. Oh my gosh. This is, what is it? Would that fall under passive aggressive? That's some fireworks just waiting to happen, so. Also, I feel like we have so many like software people in here. I love it. that up. You're not wrong, Silk. You're not wrong. I think right. Reads more suspicion every 20 frames something. I don't know. I mean, I assume it's probably something like that, Nug. But I don't think I have a way to influence it. Like, if I was to influence it, I might as well just do it like the intended solution. Probably end up being... Like, at that point, it would be probably the same speed or whatever. But if I want to beat it out, I just gotta go guns a-blazing. Oh, God. Like I said, Bridge of Sighs has been going well for us. He's an admin. Oh, God. Feels bad, Zuck. Whoa. Okay, my D-pad stopped for a moment. That spooked me. Good shit. Thank you, Lane. How's it going? Okay, I'm only gonna go for the dumb ass, stupid Koopa shit, dumb poop once. I'm only doing this fucking once. I'm not gonna waste this attempt on this dumb shit. Okay, that was it. I'm gonna go normal. Oh, I didn't do the thing there. I was early on the... Really slow. Dude, what the fuck just happened there? Oh, the pain, the pain. You hate to see it. I mean, the bright side is I only went for the Koopa strat once, but then I died 2 additional times to bad things that should not have happened. But so like next time we get there, we'll be trained to only take 1 death. And a Slack convo that he couldn't find. Yeah. Requirements or it didn't happen. Oh, fuck me. Damn it, man. See, I get the impression that you get pretty heated, Zook. I mean, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong on that. So I imagine that convo is pretty fiery. Oh, yeah, that was almost insane. Botched the landing, but... Whew, good speed. Okay, fair. You're able to keep it in check a bit. Nice, you got him to stop. Okay, so he probably got his talking to then on his side. Now he's playing nice. Slot there, like I misplayed that a little bit, but time-wise, it probably didn't really. Oh, that's bad. Ending water, but yeah, it's fine. Damn. Surprisingly, the bonk has not really been costing me much today. We've bonked a few times. And I think the vast majority of them, the bullet has actually still come out on time. That was one of the few. I think at least one other time that I lost the cycle today because of the bonk. There are plenty of times that I haven't bonked though today, so it's by no means intentional / required. What's up, Diminthos? Good luck. Been a little bit of a rough day so far. Synchronicity and Down to the Well Secret have been kind of kicking my ass. That was done by me. It's an easy death to avoid. Thank you, Dimpus. We're due for a hot run here. Knock on wood, but Bridge of Sighs has gone well today, very well. We definitely have had a few resets here, but given the strat that we go for here, it's been really strong today. Fuck. Ugh, I almost saved that. That would have been a pretty incredible save. I'm not even sure if you can save it like that. Oh, I had pretty much everything I needed too. Normally, I would give it another whirl, right? I don't normally reset off of the first failure, but the fact that we lost the cycle on the bullet in Blue Turk, coupled with the fact that we actually got the majority of the strat for Bridge of Sighs, like, meaning that when we did die, it was later than a normal death. So those two things combined made me feel like maybe not. We'll just let that one go. Thank you, Benny, for the good luck. Goal sub 44. The goal is to bop Nug. 4407, I'm out of here. Oh, I think my wiggle didn't go off. I would not be surprised, though, Shoes, if the PB that we do get ends up being a 43. The 4529 that we currently have, which was achieved back in the day when we originally ran Riff 2. Wow, what the fuck? Hello? The 4529, it was like a 42 something pace in the back half of Glitter Freeze, if I remember correctly. We watched back the run when we were doing some of the D-Rust. Why am I getting all these? And the first half of Glitter Freeze is the half that's typically the sketchier, more prone to death half. And we actually one-shot that. So that's why I bring it up, is like, we had put ourselves in a very good position to get a 42 or a 43. Dude, I do not get how I'm getting these, like, I shouldn't be getting a minus 0.1 in intro. I don't get it. So yeah, essentially, that 4529 showed that 42 is even on the table. And then last week, during Saturday's stream, we had two very good runs, both of which I think were world record pace inside the final two worlds. I don't remember exactly how deep they were on world record pace, but they were both very solid. And I think one of them was real PB pace, like maybe into Glitter Freeze, maybe into Eminence Front normal, something like that. So also very, very deep. One of them was 46-30 pace in the final boss, and then I choked hard. And then the other one ended up as an overall 46-50. So I'm saying that to illustrate that we're actually kind of right there on the cusp. Maybe not 100% due to probably there's some lack of consistency in certain places. Could get some improvement on. But it's not unreasonable to think that 42, 43 is on the table. Manage up. What does manage up mean? Easy, Rump. Managing your bosses. Okay, so what does that entail? I'm surprised I didn't slip off that. That part right before halfway, I'm always a little bit scared every single time I execute it. Did you give him a pat on the head afterwards, Cupcake? Who's a good boy? Oh, you made such a good decision. Happen. Nice. See, Demon Toast, that's what I was talking about. We've actually done pretty well on this strat today. I think this is our third second try, and I think we've had like 5 first tries, maybe even 6. I don't even know. So we're definitely getting cracks at this out of World 1. But, and it's also surprising, Texas Flood's not been too bad. And that might sound weird in the sense that normally I think speedrunners probably think this level's fairly benign, which is mostly true. That might have been bad. Let's see if I get the pattern I want at the end. So yeah, most of the level execution isn't too bad. But it's the boss fight. And now that we know how to... I can't believe I just did that. That was fucking terrible. Now that we know how to manip the boss, which won't be able to happen here, because I've already died. the like 4 possible patterns are all like, they each have their own difficulties in terms of movement execution. Fuck. Okay. Just gonna have to let it ride. That was, everything was wrong with that. What was the... Oh, that's what it is. You go behind that fish. Okay, I couldn't remember what the retry game plan was. So we've remapped, because so on first try, based on how we play the actual platforming, we have new manips. Okay, I have to focus on this. I'm gonna just do this the easy. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Very cool. Love it. Ah. Bummer. Absolute bummer. Yeah, I can't buy the gauntlet today. Which is crazy, considering how well we've done on Bridge of Sighs and decently well on Texas Flood. The fact that even despite that I can't do it is just like, wow. I kind of got sick of the Grand Pro 3 music, so taking a break from watching streams where people play it. Fair. I don't think the Grand Pro 3 soundtrack is all that impressive. No offense to Barb. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's like bad or anything, but I don't think it's as stand out as other hacks. Like, salvage, I guess. That's I assume that's the way you are supposed to do it. So what, like, I mean, I really like Storks. Grand Pro 2's got some good music. Riff 2 is very, very solid. El Dorado, I remember having really good music, right? I'm sure there's a number of hacks we could come up with that I would say would have a better soundtrack than Grand Pro 3. Slid off like 3 different places. sauce by me, but it's fine. My standards are already pretty high. I feel like this is not really... I feel like I should be like 30 seconds faster by the time I get here, but... like at least 30. Not taking this shit. Fuck off. The sad part about that is you don't need to be like that aggressive. Like you have to wait there for the cycle anyways, so you don't gain anything. But at the same time, like you never see me die there. Like I do the hook around, and I always get credit for the bounce there. So even though I'm saying like you don't need to be that aggressive, that kind of implies that like I was intentionally being aggressive. I would say that that's not true. I felt like I played that like I normally do, which I don't feel like I'm normally... It doesn't feel that aggressive to me. Maybe it is. We don't have a fake ending world record in Grim Pro 3. Oh, I never ran it. That's why. We definitely had the strats to get it. I just wasn't really interested in that category. I don't have that one, and I don't have any % hard mode. Any % hard mode, that would actually be kind of tricky to bop. Nug is the one that has that record. And it's a pretty solid time, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like I remember that it's like an hour and 29 minutes for that. Which does mean that it could be faster, right? It could be beaten. But you would have to work fairly hard to be able to accomplish that. So just for the frame of reference, like what does an hour 29 mean in that context? My any % PB is 56, right? Now 56 isn't perfect either. I think our sum of best is like high 50 or something like that. So it's like 5.5 minutes off my golds. But given the RNG of Dry Bowser and Wet Bowser, oh wait, there is no Wet Bowser in that one, but still Dry Bowser can easily give 40 plus seconds of time loss. I'm sure there's other things that I'm not thinking about. There's enough in there that being 5.5 off over the course of that is still pretty strong. So if we use that as the baseline for 80% hard mode, said, okay, get a 56 everywhere. Then factor in how long does it take to do the tower, right? So I think the tower, I mean, I've never timed it myself. I want to say it's like 15-ish minutes, whereas just doing 8 rooms, I think is like a minute, something in that ballpark. So if you're adding an extra 13, 14 minutes, right, that takes that 56 to a 109. Keep dreaming, Doug. Keep dreaming. Say like a first try tower plus like really good execution everywhere else. Yeah, you'll get a sub 110 for sure. So that means that Nug's only missing like 20 minutes. But again, keep in mind, imagine you get to like room 50 on the tower, and then die. Right? What is that going to be, like 8-9 minutes? And you wouldn't reset at that point either. At least not yet. It's not optimized enough yet to reset there. So you're going to be forced into taking it. So with all that in mind, like with insanely good execution, and then like a second or third try tower. Sorry, I guess that would be like third try tower and insane execution, or you get like second try tower with not insane execution everywhere else, but just like solid, right? That's kind of like what you're looking at there, which I think for that category, for like the requirements of that run, that's very strong. And keep in mind, hard mode, no one's taken the time to map out the RNG for that. And I don't think anyone will. But the reason that that's important is that for any percent, we definitely have the advantage of knowing exactly what 8 rooms we're going to get. So we are prepared for it. We can do the optimal strats in it. It's nice not being caught off guard. Kind of an easy example. I remember when doing the first play of Tower of Fate hard mode, and there's the 2 water rooms. There's the shark, and there's the reverse water. And I feel like maybe not if I got them back to back, but if I did one and then maybe like 1 or 2 rooms and then did the other, I guess maybe if it was like reverse water first, my brain would instinctively think, oh, I'm in reverse water, and then like, oh wait, shit, no, I'm not. Right, so that kind of stuff can throw you off, especially when you don't know the order, you don't have your fingers trained. It's like, I know what's coming next. So yeah, that's, I was gonna give wow, lucky I got in there. I'll give Nug the mad respect for that, because that's very impressive. Very impressive feat. It's also probably pretty demoralizing. It's like get to the tower and then on it like a good run and then lose it all there. I mean, I guess it's not too much different than getting to Wet Bowser like we did for all exits, or all bosses. Yeah, I appreciate that backlash, by the way. Yeah, I don't remember what the fake ending record is. And because we never ran it, I don't have a sum of best for it either. But I imagine we would have multiple seconds, even though it's like a short category, like 5 minutes or whatever. I think we would have multiple seconds of leeway. Server, I think, for the Prime Gaming for 14 months. And if it was that hard, well, let's go. Yeah, next stream. If we keep saying that, it will always be next stream. Cross-country ski for 10 miles, then Quickie World 1 hundo. I like it. I feel like I'm now old enough to be able to play the I'm too old for this shit kind of stuff. Oh my god. It's not great day on this, to be honest. Again, that strat is technically kind of hard. Like I would definitely say it's not a free strat. But our success rate today is definitely lower than I would expect. it's... I want to say 5 or 6 times we've died to that obstacle, trying to do it the way we do it. And I feel like in a stream, like a full stream, I feel like I should only see that like twice. Right? It's definitely getting more than our fair share of playing poorly there. Okay, Zook sounds good. I'll take a look when I get a chance post-stream. But you know what we really need, Cupcake? We need more speedrunning like leagues. I think other communities have them. I think other communities have them. I don't know if they're like super prominent or anything like that. But it would be kind of cool. It's just it's not necessarily an easy thing to set up. Because again, the blessing and the curse of Kaizo is that there's just so much available. That not everyone's going to be trained on the same games, same hacks. Oh, not dead. Surprising. We have to carry a CRT. Dude, I'm happy I don't have a CRT anymore. Back in the day, man. By back in the day, I mean, I don't know, was it? I probably still have one in 2019. Was it? I don't know if it was 2020 when I switched over. There was a point in time where I made the switch to NT. And yeah, lugging the CRT around. Not that I had to do that very often, but yeah, every once in a while. I remember I'm pretty sure. Definitely drove from St. Louis to Florida. Did I have a CRT at that point? I'm trying to think. I feel like I've sworn I've driven with it at a... Okay, well, at the very least, I probably had to do it between the apartment that I originally had here versus my current house. I feel like it would have been more than just that, though. Surely. Looked up, find one. Yeah, it's tough. It can be tough to find them. I think I had to go through several. Was it? No, I think it was actually I was there, but I think we were looking for one for Paco, I think. Okay, either I was looking for one or she was looking for one, but either way, we had to go through several attempts before we finally found a working one. Oh, bro, I am pressing the fucking... Come on, man. Now I feel like it's just... I'm dead. I feel like it's in my head. Just let me have nice things, please. I didn't want to go too crazy in the wiggle because I felt like that was really strong. Got greedy. Hmm. Does anyone have a good variant Sudoku that we could do? I feel like maybe I need to take a break for a bit. Do a puzzle and then come back to this after that. I feel like this is just like it's just not working today, man. Or really, certain pieces are not working very well. Play math. What is Math Blaster? Let's see this. Do I have it? I do. Math Blaster Episode 1. Let me take a quick peek at this. What is this? Blaster knots? Okay, let's go. We're gonna start out hard. The math difficulty is cool, but the game difficulty is normal. Interesting. Let me see what this is. How hard is this? Trash Zapper Stage 1. Okay. What am I looking for? This? Wait, what? Oh, I have to. Get up here. No. Oh, come on. Okay. Gotta snipe some of these. They're kind of... Did I die? Did I take damage? 16. Am I supposed to hit those guys? Is that what's going on? 6. Where are you, 6? Sniped him. Come on, let me snipe. No. Hello? Oh, okay. Love this guy. I've never seen this before. Yo, our math skills, they're too strong. We're on the max math difficulty. Oh, we're supposed to kill this. Okay. Bonus game. I don't know if it's like I shouldn't be shooting here. It's like a... I'll take the points, I guess. Okay, I'm ready to see what the next hard math is. Stage 2, okay. Does it get harder? Oh, okay. It does get a bit. That's a little bit trickier. There it is. Okay, so you can kill the 2. I don't know what that is, but I want to get out of here. Die. Hello? Yeah, dude. No, he's gonna shoot at me now. Okay. 27? Oh god. 2, 6. Get up here. Whoa, 5 probably? Get wrecked, nerd. Yeah. Turn tail ship. Okay. There we go. The little math blaster mini break. How hard do the equations get? Yeah, when they put the missing number on the left side of the equation, definitely a little bit trickier in terms of solving it quickly. I was waiting for the system of equations to show up. I really felt like I let myself slide so much on the lower platform. I really thought that would be easily slow enough. Yeah, I think if they added... That's really slow. If they added more difficulty to the questions, so not just division. I don't know what other... We gotta get the advanced math version of that game. Also, they could probably speed up the controls too. Not how fast the cursor moves when shooting, but more so like when you get a right answer. Don't make me wait. Just throw out the next equation. Let's fucking get to business. And put more ships against me. Let me have to fight off a whole battalion while I solve all these mathematical equations. Put me at risk. I played Z-Type? No, I never heard of it. What is it? Is it a typing game? Like Mario teaches typing? Other game modes has levels that are like a platformer more so than a flight sim. Interesting. We'll take a quick peek see at Zook when this run fails in this next level. We'll see if you have good or bad suggestions. I swear, that's been the kind of night it's been. Unfucking believable. When do you ever see me have that happen? Hey, we did that at least. I was like so low. Oh my, okay. Good stuff. Okay, let me see what this Z type is real quick. Type to shoot. Let's pop this up for a second. Do this real quick. Back to runs. Oh, that's probably loud music. So, pretty good. What's this? Feels my first typo. Oops. Yeah, I assume it does. The words are probably gonna get. Oh shit. Do I get punished for having a typo? I don't see anything that would. Oh wait. Hello? Still there? Oh, what the fuck are those? Just random letters? Okay, that was unique. That's how it's gonna get harder. They're just gonna start having like random shit. It's hard when you mistype the first letter of a word and it puts you on something that you're not expecting. Oh god. somehow I haven't been like hard punished yet. Take it. I'm kind of enjoying this. You couldn't tell. I know it's like simple, but oh god, kind of addictive though. Have a look at what you're typing, yeah. There's a lot of people like that. Totally understandable. Takes a good amount of practice to get oh god, actually death. Oh my dude, that is that was brutal. I was so distracted. I'll have to get too close. Not bad. Pretty fun. But yeah, I got trained at a young age. Definitely helps. So when I was in elementary school, I know at home we had Mario Teaches Typing, which is really fucking fun for young me. And then at school we had Mavis Beacon, I think. I want to say I feel like it was like 4th or 5th grade. Fourth or 5th grade where we learned something like that. And I like how they taught you as like a game, like gamifying it made it fun and encouraged me to like try my best and go really fast. See the fastest, you know, words per minute. The faster you have, the more Casper haunts people. That's good. Is he supposed to be a friendly ghost? I don't know my fastest speed. It's got to be solid though. Seven times worse on the phone. That does seem pretty nutty. Are we talking, what was it called? T9? What's the normal range for words per minute? It's a fair question. I feel like back in the day when I was doing like the Mavis Beacon and stuff like that, the way that they broke it down, they would do it by row first, like the ASDF, JKL, right, the home row, which was the easiest to deal with. And I want to say for those you could get, or you as in I think mine was like 160 or something like that. Obviously the more keys that you add in and the more complicated the sentences become, such as throwing in the special characters, throwing in the punctuation, all that tends to like slow down the average. 150 with all the keys. That's pretty damn fast. That is pretty damn fast. Spacebar was broken, so they had to use the period as a space every word. Oh my god. I would get annoyed reading that. What is this foreign land we find ourselves in? I can't believe that was so bad. Oh, I was just so late holding right. One more. One of the few times that we've had a reset there today. Thank you, Rich. It's been a little rough. Been a little rough today, but doing our best. Hope you're well. Absolutely evil, Zook. Now, when you say you scramble all the letters, do you just mean that you popped out the keys and put them in different slots, but they're still typing the correct letter, right? Okay, yeah. So if that was the case, I wouldn't have any problem with that. But if you actually like rearranged, like A is no longer where the A is, I'd be fucked. Rich, you would be an alternate keyboarder. I would definitely believe that. So this, let's see. So what's the benefit of this Dvorak keyboard? What's the purpose? Can do more mid-airs per minute if that counts for anything. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Are we talking legit vanilla style mid-airs? Because those are legit hard. The world's fastest Devorak record holder. There's a record holder for it? What? And how did they cheat? What did they do? They were using QWERTY all along. Get the good strat, or I should say didn't get the ideal situation where I kept the piranha spawned in, so I accidentally despawned to respawn, so I had to drop the shell, which is very marginally slower. So they just claimed, oh, I'm just the world record holder because I said so. That's good. Hey, you say something with enough conviction, people believe you. Are there any hard bosses in this hack? Depending on how you try to execute, the Texas Flood boss can definitely be tricky if you want to be like fully optimal. And it comes down to like what fish pattern did you get? But now that we know how to manip it, we know there's gonna be like 4. It's gonna be 4 possibilities. But like, we could factor in kind of that was part of the difficulty, was figuring those out. But even then, the actual movement's kind of tricky for some of those. Windy's free, but that's with the caveat that we can't manip her. There is what did Alpha say? Alpha said that there's like a fuzzy or a fish or something in the Windy pre-boss room. So no matter what you do, like, you would have to be a computer essentially to consistently get the same frame for door entry every time to get the same Windy. So since we can't manip her, there's no way for us to have an optimized strat. That's what would make it difficult. Because if we're not being optimal, we're just playing it kind of casually, and then the boss fight's just like normal and fairly easy, fairly straightforward. When you understand like the general concept of what to do. But if there was like a manip that we got a known seed, it's very possible it could become very tricky to get fully optimal, like touching her as early as possible, like right as she's coming out of the lava, while still having it line up with the clouds, that you can still have like a landing spot, stuff like that. But yeah, so that's why Windy's not hard, is that we don't have that, whereas Texas Flood we do. The other boss is the final boss. Technically there's 2. There's the good ending and there's the bad ending boss. Good ending boss is like slightly tricky. From the speedrun perspective, I don't think it's like that bad in terms of execution. It's probably a little bit harder on first play, just because of like the length of it, having to learn all of the different components of that boss. I don't know how many hits there are on it. There's 1, 2, 3. There's like I think 5 hits, but they're very spread out. I want to say the boss fight's like 1 minute 15 seconds or something like that. So like, it takes a minute to figure it all out. And there are some slightly tricky parts to it as well. It's not 100% free of just, okay, follow the auto scroller and you'll be good to go. It might be unfair for me to like give a true representation of the bad ending boss. Because I didn't play it that much. We did all exits first, and then once I was done with that, we did a small grind. I don't remember how many attempts. It wasn't that many, I don't think. To get a solid run for any percent with the bad ending boss. And when I got there, I didn't have enough reps, so I completely forgot like what the strategy was on the first attempt, so I ended up dying, and then I did a second try. So that just to show that I don't have a ton of experience on it. And I say all that to say that I remember it being kind of tricky. I think it's definitely more of like a puzzle than it was for the good ending boss. Because for the bad ending boss, you have a bunch of the moving holes. You know what I'm talking about? Like, imagine there's the floor, but there's like a hole in the floor and it moves left and right. So like that's what the bad ending boss is. But at the same time that that's moving, there's on-off switches that are turning on and off these yellow blocks. So you have to like grab the throw blocks from the lower area, like up toss them, go through the holes, stuff like that. I feel like I'm over it for the day. Yo, what's up, Saul? Thank you for the good luck. What's up, old as hell? What is the manip for the Texas flood? Thank you, by the way, Shadow. Good luck. Yeah, so shoutouts to Alpha. Alpha did some investigation to figure out what was triggering RNG in Texas Flood. And it turns out that in the first half of Texas Flood, there are 3 fuzzies, but one of them is the culprit. So there's a single fuzzy that follows the wall, and then there are 2 fuzzies that follow like a guideline, right? So what it turns out to be is that the wall follower is apparently like a Sparky. And Sparkies apparently call RNG for like little sparks flying off or something like that. I forget exactly what he said. So every frame that fuzzy is on screen, it's calling RNG for this like spark flare, even though it doesn't actually do anything with the spark. There is no spark for the fuzzy. So it's just mindlessly calling RNG every frame as soon as it's spawned in. So the manip was figure out what like X position the fuzzy spawns in at. Once you know that X position, once you've crossed it, every frame RNG is going to be pushed forward. So as long as you're always holding right, you'll be moving at a constant speed from that point forward until the fuzzy is fully off screen. Not even just fully off screen, but slightly beyond off screen, because it's going to take a few tiles extra for it to despawn. Now, what makes it a little bit tricky is that you're tied to the water cycle, right? And if you just go to the right all the way before the fuzzy, the water will be too low. And so in order to compensate for that, in order to deal with that, you would have to do a fairly big left-right wiggle to get over a raised floor triangle. And although you could do that slightly before the spawn point of the fuzzy, it would make it more difficult. You kind of reduce your window for success in an attempt to do the wiggle before the fuzzy spawns in. So to actually compensate for it, there is a right release on the D-pad that I do on one of the stable ground sections early on in the room. So the purpose of that is to intentionally allow the water to rise up a little bit, so that by the time I get to the spawn point of the fuzzy, I am higher up in the water and thus don't need as big of a left-right wiggle to get over the raised floor triangle. And because of that, I can actually do my wiggle fully before the spawn point. And again, imagine there's like a 5-tile stone block wall and then a triangle on top of that. It's something similar structurally. The spawn point of the fuzzy, unfortunately, is not when you're right up against the wall or when you're over the top of the triangle. It's very slightly before the left side of that wall. So I have to do the wiggle completely done before I get over that triangle. And once I get past that point, I need to not release right on the D-pad. So yeah, that's what makes that kind of tricky. I can never guarantee it's going to be 100% perfect. But I've got it set up in a way where apparently I get it within a 4-frame window every single time. So I only have to memorize 4 separate fish patterns. So for me, it ends up being high right, low right, mid right, and left. And these are the position of the very first green fish that I see in the boss room. And each of those 4 patterns has a different choreography. So yeah, I kind of rambled on for you there, old as hell. Sorry about that, but there you go. That's how we manip it. There's a lot that went into figuring it out and what we could do to make it consistent. So what I currently do was not the only idea that I had tried. Right, so the idea of just always holding right seems like a very straightforward one, but I wasn't sure if there would be a good way to do it with having to do the wiggle before the wall. So before I even tried that approach, I tried other things such as getting to a certain position. There's like a certain corner that I could put myself up against. Oh my god, that's not how you do that part. And then try to start moving right once the fuzzy gets to a certain place. But that was not consistent for various reasons. Like, the part that would be easy to stabilize against, to like get flat against a wall, was fairly far to the right. So like getting there was a kind of a struggle to be able to get there in time for the to be able to do like a certain choreographed movement once the fuzzy got to a certain position. So that was kind of out. I don't think I could get it high enough, the water, to do the jump over the triangle without a wiggle period, because that would be another solution. Then theoretically be like fully consistent, maybe like a 2 possibilities, because there might be some very slight speed fluctuation in midair. I don't know. Whew. Wasn't sure I could get credit for that. Man, this might be... I might throw in the towel for the day. As much as I don't want to, and I want to keep going and have good runs, I feel like I've hit a brick wall where I just counted myself out. Like, I feel like I can't do it today. Yeah, I'm done. I'm not done. I'm not playing anymore. Okay, sorry about that, guys. We'll have to come back tomorrow. It wasn't clicking today. I don't know why. Blue Turk, normal, synchronicity, and down the well, just couldn't do it. But thank you guys for watching. We'll try to come back tomorrow. I'll try my best to be on actually early and not wait till late in the evening. Hopefully get a lot of runs in. But I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.